different illustrations on there, so what I'm hoping is it will just make the readings a bit more interesting. But it also, I rely upon the illustrations a lot to give me meaning towards the cards, and that doesn't affect the reliability of the reading, because intuitively you're pulling out whatever, depending on what question you've asked or how you like to deal the cards, that affects kind of any of the connection between you and spirit. So that one's okay, I don't need to get that out of the box. So yeah, that's the Cirque ones. I really like the imagery on that. Just to swap with the traditional Rider-Waite, this is a Cosmic Oracle one. Let's have a look. They've got stickers all over the front, so I'm just going to take them off. That looks cool. Cosmic Oracle Tarot. Used to clarify messages or give straightforward and quick messages. Oh, I've seen these. I didn't think these were going to be so big, but I don't mind it, you know. They're really pretty colours, aren't they? I like them. Mind Info Oracle cards. Inhale, exhale. Oh, they're cool. That's like intuitively what you need. I like them. I don't like the fact they haven't got a box. What have I just done with that elastic band? There. Yeah, they could do with having a box a bit. Divine Time. I'm not that keen on getting like an answer about like how long is it going to take or when are they going to get in touch, or like I'm not really keen on that, just because you can't control the timing of stuff. If you believe that you're meant to be with someone, or you believe that a job's meant for you, or you believe that a house is meant for you, or you're trying to manifest the life that you want, you can't do that on a time scale that suits you, because it's all to do with like trying to align many things that are going on externally. So a house can't just be available on the time that you need it to be. That can't happen. And someone else can't do their healing or do things on a timeline to suit you. You know, so I got this just because I've never had a time oracle deck. However, I'm going to use it quite cautiously, I think. I don't want anybody to think that they can like order certain things that they're trying to manifest for a specific date, or because I used to think that when I first got into tarot, and it just doesn't work like that. There's a one reader that does things and just says, oh, this card represents like Tuesday and this card represents Wednesday and things are going to happen like this, and it just doesn't. It doesn't. See, next month or within a couple of weeks, I don't mind that. Don't force things, is more likely. Not anytime soon is more likely. More patience is required. So I don't mind them. It's when it's like, oh, it's going to happen on Monday at like 7 o'clock. No. Yeah, okay, they're fine. Might have judged a little bit too soon with them. I like the colours. A Little Rain Botanical Oracle, this looks cool. Well, straight away they're very pretty. They're really pretty, aren't they? Right, I was hoping there'd be a book with them, because how am I supposed to know what they mean? Might have to Google them, because they didn't come with a booklet, so how will I know? Yeah, I'll have to do some research before using them. I'm not really a fan of anything that's cartoonified. Like, I like things that look correct and accurate looking. They look botanically correct to me. Animal Spirit, because I've seen people use these. There's one of my favourite readers uses these Animal Spirit ones, and I really like the different perspective it gives on like someone's character or their soul. Like the character or the soul of yourself or your person or how they see you. That's very cool. They've got a bit bashed because they're off Temu, so they've come a long way. Can't get it open. They're absolutely jam-packed. There we go. See, I'm sure these are supposed to have a book with them. I'm sure they're supposed to have a book with them. Because how do I know what they mean? Deck and guidebook. I can't see a guidebook. That's just cards, isn't it? Because the reader, she actually looks in the book and she recalls like what each one of them means, so I'm gonna have to, that's just cards. That's annoying me. I'm gonna have to acquire the book to go with it. Illustrated 208-page guidebook. Well, that's not cool. So they must have reprinted them and done them without the book. Temu must have reprinted them and sold them without the book. What's in here? This might be my crystals. Yeah. Got my crystals. Amethyst, opalite, fluorite, clear quartz, rose quartz, smoky quartz, blue sodalite, citrine, red jasper and obsidian. Sacred Creators. The this is an oracle deck. I'm really annoyed that they haven't got books with them, because how am I supposed to? I'm going to have to find the books that go with them. I can't intuitively know what they mean, because that depends what the illustrator meant. Well, I suppose I could. I suppose I could go off how I feel about them, but I'd like to have the book. That's a bit annoying, Timo. I'm going to give you feedback on that. I like the fact that they're like quite neutral, because I've got a black background. Overthinking can spoil the magic. I like them because they're different messages to the oracle decks that I've got. So far I really like them. Very different oracle messages. And there, I wasn't sure about them. That's the Sacred Creators Oracle deck by Chris M. The ones I'm most excited about so far. I'm excited about these, but I need the book. I'm most excited about these so far. Got another crystal deck. These were all like £1 to £2 each, so I probably should have guessed from that they're not original prints, but that's the only way I could afford to get like so many new decks. Ooh, Chakra and Universe Healing cards. I like that because I'm 7 Chakras Tarot. I like stuff that's a bit more to do with the chakras. Oh, they're pretty. Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember this now. It's got information about what kind of balance you can get for each of your chakras. That's your crown chakra, amethyst. For spirituality and harmony. I like them because that's like a diagnostic, isn't it? And then I've got my crystals to match. Because I think there's a lot of people who could benefit from having crystals. Because even just reading about the chakras, I had this really weird experience. It was like really positive. It was a really positive experience. I wasn't afraid or anything. But after I went on holiday, I read this book, and it's I've spoken about it before. It's Kevin Hunter's book. It's a beginner's guide to the 4 psychic clairsenses. Because I'd noticed that some tarot readers had written, you know, oh, I'm clairaudient or I'm clairsentient. So I read about the clairsenses, but he explains the different chakras, and he also tells you about the angels that you can call for help with an angel, and each one is useful for the different chakras. So a lot of people know about Archangel Michael, but he's to do with safety. So like you've got Archangel Raziel to help with opening up your 3rd eye chakra. So after reading about that, it was probably like a few days after getting back from holiday, I was feeling really like zen and really spiritual. I'm going to sleep and I start to see like a kaleidoscope of beautiful, brilliant purple, just like that purple, like between my eyes, while I was closing my eyes, and the shapes were like changing, and it was really, really nice. But it was never something that had happened to me before, and I'm 39 now. I've only recently, in the last 2 or 3 years, started watching tarot, and only started reading tarot in the last like year or so. And but I just like can't really explain. It's like nothing I've ever had happen, and I wasn't asleep. I was just awake, like resting my eyes. It was really weird. So, but it was really positive, and I felt like I sort of invoked it by just opening my mind up to all of this. So, yeah, Kevin Hunter. That's like a small book. I read it while I was on holiday in Cyprus, just on the sun lounger, and it's easy reading. But I like to keep it and refer to it because I like to call the different angels. Because what I learnt from it is that you have 7 different chakras, and these are like cogs or wheels that are turning, and when they're more open they turn faster, and each one, as it opens up, activates the other ones. So you have to, like for example, this is your root chakra and then your sacral chakra. You have to, root chakra is connected to like your material wealth, how healthy your work life is, you know, if you have a house. It's sort of very material really, but that, if you think about it, material things like whether you're employed or not, whether you have a regular income, that gives a sense of safety and security. So that then allows the opening up of like, you know, vitality, and you know, if you're trying to get pregnant, this is the sacral chakra, sort of around the groin area. It would make sense that these things would become more possible once this had been sorted out. And you have to, like, honestly, if you read about it, it just makes sense. And I felt like by reading about it, I was activating it. And it's not like happened to me again recently, but it was after that I started to get like sentences from song lyrics in my head, songs that I'd never listened to ever. Like, it was perfect, like I knew the sentence from the song, and I don't listen to the radio, it wasn't like in my head just because I'd been around it or anything like that. I play like YouTube songs, so I don't know why these song lyrics were coming out at me, but if you watched a lot of tarot readers, that happens to them a lot, and it hasn't happened for a long time. Like, I haven't had that happen for months. So I do believe that reading about this kind of activates it. Let's carry on with the tarot haul anyway. These have been very well protected, and then other ones haven't. Let's have a look. I don't know why they've like really nicely packed some of them and then not others. It doesn't make any sense. This project has keywords. There is no guidebook. Please use the keywords on the cards to communicate. Shadow Love Oracle cards. Well, that was a pointless card, wasn't it? Clarifying love situations to help you make informed decisions. I love the colours of these. Oh yeah, I'm excited about these. Oops. Oh, oh my god, they shuffled themselves. So, if you're kind of asking questions about your person and what's going on with them, that says like all talk, it's bad timing, being bad. I like them. Gives you an idea of what's going on with your person. If they're behaving like weird. Oh, I've made a right mess then. They're really shiny and slippery, but I love the quality of those. I love the design, and they're in a really nice box as well. Nice. I like them. I love them. This makes me excited to do you guys getting new tarot decks. So open. Okay, this is Uncover Your Past Lives Oracle. I thought this was interesting because it's to do with past lives, because I've heard about readers talking about past lives and being connected to someone in the 5D before coming into the 3D, and that you can feel like you've known someone for a lifetime. The chemistry is just instantly amazing, and that's because you've known each other in the 5D in another lifetime, and that's why it just feels like you've already known each other, get on so well. Chemistry in terms of like general just personality match just works. Very, very easy to be around each other. Yeah, like from other readers I've learned about soul contracts and, you know, coming into each other's lives again because you didn't learn a particular lesson like the first time that you were in a relationship with them in another life. Love, identity, time frame, lesson, death, location, trauma, faith. Infection, hypochondria, genetic illness, contagious illness, infection. Death, war, unexplained disappearance, abandonment. Good point. I mean, they'll never know. They'll never be able to say exactly will they, because, you know, there's like millions of scenarios, but you could point to from these what someone's been through in a previous life. Interesting. To be honest, with a lot of these, I don't understand it, but then when I apply it, it just works. So I'm going to have the faith that they're just going to work. First circular oracle deck, oracle deck. I didn't think I was going to own a circular deck because I think they're a bit different to handle, but we'll see how we get on with them. Right, these, I'll be honest, I got these, it's an oracle deck, but I love the illustrations. I find with oracles, it's worth owning at least a few different oracle decks because you get very different sentiments from them. Very, very different sentiments from them. I need to take my jumper off, a bit too hot. Okay. I like these because they're like a bit more ethnic-y looking. Seasons of the Witch, Beltane Oracle by Lorraine Anderson. Honours life and is a celebration of passion and putting your plans into action. Unlock your potential for growth, creativity and abundance with the energy of Beltane. Let's have a look. Oh, they're nice, aren't they? Bonfire. It is through remembering that you awake the ritual of your existence and be reborn in mighty celebration. Whoa. That's like surviving the energy of a blaze, isn't it? Like, if you remember the kind of like the fire, the blaze, the battle, the bad stuff, you realise that you're alive and you can be reborn. Like, you know how, like, oh, that's making me think of like forest fires and how, like, you know, the vegetation burns down, the goodness goes back into the ground, it comes back like all fertile, doesn't it? Reminds me of South Africa, that. Boundaries. Boundaries are sewn into the parts of who you are, for they are not to be crossed. Yeah, she's in a bubble, isn't she? It's like a bubble or a crescent, and it's like, keep you safe bubble. Like, she's not shutting herself off from the world, she can see everything, everything can see her, but she's somehow like miraculously protected. Quite, I like the like water in the bubble because it means it's quite floaty and like light, isn't it? Yet you can see all the storm in the background. I like those, they're very profound, they're quite deep and profound. This is what I mean about the Oracle decks, don't limit yourself to like just a couple of them. I feel like advice as well is like what people are looking for. You know, like you normally come to tarot when you're feeling quite down, not always, but Oracle's very soothing, comforting. That's why I came to tarot. I was in like a dark place and I wanted to be around other people who were going through the same stuff as me, and it was just a really nice community where people were like saying to each other, you know, like wishing them well and like being supportive with each other. It's really, really nice. And then I learned a lot, kind of spiritually, did a lot of spiritual development from like the wisdom that like more experienced readers were speaking about. And then obviously what you make of the reading or how you receive certain messages, that's your journey, isn't it? So it's individual, even if like a tarot reader can give you a clue about what something means. It's your connection to spirit is private, individual. And, you know, I suppose that's how people feel about religion. They might belong to a religious group or have certain beliefs, but they're all their individual connection is, it's individual and unique to them. Oh, I like these, are very different looking, aren't they? King of Cups. world. Yeah, they're just like very, very different. They're really graphically nice. They'll be good. Should just mix it up. Because I know what these cards mean at this point. When I first started, I wanted them to have the meanings all over them. They'll be good for like an advice reading as well, to complement like other spreads that I'm doing, like the running numbers one that I did today. I got this little poster. This is just a display card that kind of discusses what identifies the different chakras. It's got bent, but I'm not sure. I don't want that. That's like a religious card. I don't want that. Is this supposed to activate? Yeah, chakra awakening. That's cool. I might practice some of that. Try and straighten that out. I'll put it under my books. This is the book that I use. It's the Ultimate Guide to Tarot Spreads by Liz Dean. I just looked for books with different tarot spreads in on Amazon, and this is amazing. So it categorises, it's got like a contents page, and you can literally look for spreads to every area of life. It is the Ultimate Guide of Tarot Spreads. I love it. The Ultimate Guide to Tarot Spreads by Liz Dean. It's off Amazon. It was, how much was it? It was £20. It was $19.99, but I'm sorry, that is like, I ordered other books and this is like, there's nothing compared to this. Other ones have been pretty useless, to be honest. I'm really hyped about all of these. I'm really excited to use them. So I've got a couple more that I haven't opened yet. Oh, this is the angel number. Yeah. This is it. And look, that's got a card. There's no guidebook with that one. Angel number oracle cards. Angel numbers, I just thought, oh, I don't really get that. And then, it's really weird, like 11:11, it came up like when I was in work, dead busy. It's not like I was sat there waiting for it to turn 11:11. Like, it's just like about 5 times within the same week, I happened to like glance up at the computer screen or glance at my phone, it was 11:11, or you'd be talking about something, get a notification and it happens on 11:11. But like, yeah, I'm really into angel numbers. My friend told me about angel numbers and I was like, what? This was like when I was in like a real like heartbreak, kind of like really in a dark place, doing shadow work and like struggling. And she was like, oh, if you look at the time it is now, you know, see what those numbers mean. But it was just nice, like I did do it, and even if that's not really like how angel numbers work, like I just needed something at the time, because I was feeling like lonely at night, and I think the messages are really like, they're just good for you. Like, even if you just pull random ones at the beginning of a reading, or at the end of a reading, like I watch one reader, she pulls one of these as like advice to start off like her reading, and it's just, you know, it can like make you feel good. Like this one says, 777 is good luck. Contentment, prosperity, abundance, spiritual awakening and divine intervention. This message is most likely to reach you during intense uncertainty. You'll come out winning from everything that may come your way. It's also a sign that you have much life experience and wisdom to share, yet you'll need enthusiasm and effort to get this message to others. So, you know, just to... it's like a bit of learning, isn't it? It's like, okay, well, class is going to open with this number today, and then if you start seeing that, it might be that Spirit decides to communicate with you and make you look at something, like send you a notification, you know, and then that's the time that it chooses to do it on. Or it doesn't have to be like to be your phone or the car or whatever, but I do think once you open up to the idea of things like this, the occasions start happening, because Spirit knows, like, you understand. Because they see everything you're doing, they see you and hear you, so they know if you've studied this, that this is a way they can communicate with you. Okay, so we've got this one. I had a lot of credit on Temu because I'd had refunds for clothes that I sent back, and I kind of forgot, and then I just put loads in my cart, and I thought I need to like get rid of loads of stuff, and the price was really low, and I was like, why is that not hundreds of pounds? But it's because I had credit. I'd accepted credit instead of refunds. So. Clarifying love situations. Missed chances, don't have regrets, cherish your moments together. Emptiness echoes, in absence feel the lonely spaces, yearning for a comforting presence. These are really shiny as well. Peaceful parallel. Harmony flows,